Hey, well, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to share a little bit about what I put the title as, which is Are We Living If We Don't Really Live? I know it doesn't even make sense, but I'm just talking about. You may know I left my job about 4 months ago to start my company, Gentle Media. And in doing that, I have found a lot that I had been in reserve about, parts of myself I'd been hiding. And I wanted to share a little video to document that and tell you where I am and maybe give you some inspiration for where you are, because ultimately we are all great. Audio's working. Sorry about that. I just wanted to be sure. We are all on our own path, that we can't compare it to each other's because they're like flavors of ice cream. Like sometimes I love mint chocolate chip, and sometimes I get that. But there are a lot of other times I like to get something else. Flavor is so interesting, smell is so interesting because it's a sense that goes, yes, there are ways we can measure it and learn about it, but it's just different for different people. Some people love certain smells, some people hate them. So your path is the same way. Some things about it people are not going to like, and that's what I'm finding. I'm finding that some things I have to just tolerate as, you know what? This is going to be what it is. And it's what I want. And so if somebody else has a problem with it, they can take on the responsibility that I'm taking on. No, actually, they can't. So, I don't care if it's a comment like on YouTube. That's not what I'm talking about. That's fine. But I'm talking about allowing people to have a voice in your life. And I've learned a lot about myself and my self awareness over the past few years. There was a relationship that I was in that several years ago, that I ended very abruptly. I wrote a lot about it. You probably, if you're on this channel and you listen to my music, you've heard about it. But one of the things that showed me is that ultimately the control that I had over my own decisions wasn't what I thought it was. So just creating the opportunity to change that began a whole path of self-awareness, which is ultimately what led to some of the other videos that I posted and letting go of my faith system. But it's what we all need ultimately to grow, which is some path of development, some ability to grow in self-awareness. And that's why I put that in the title. So I really appreciate you coming through. If you are tapped in on Spotify, definitely stay tuned. There is more coming this year. I'm working on it right now. No promises.